All right, and we are live again. Yeah, I gotta keep it in the right format, man, for the consistency for the algorithm. So, what is going on? What's happening, you guys? Shout out to my new and old school subscribers. Grand Rising, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever time that you're checking in. Really quickly, I'm not gonna make this long. I'm gonna start making these little rants shorter. So, real quick, just a couple minutes. Um, Gentlemen, when I tell y'all that you have to block and delete, you have to block and delete. And I mean standing on business, right? So I don't know how y'all move, but if I get the spidey sense, the inkling that a woman is vaguely speaking about my situation, right? And I'm looking at this woman and I'm judging everything about her. Does she seem like the kind of woman that would find me attractive? Yes. Is she a black woman? Yes. Which brings open a bunch of different other little questions because once you find out she's a black woman, she automatically feels like she can judge you, she can talk about you, even if you know what I mean, like you're not even related. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even in the same bloodline. They just do that automatically. So that's something else that you have to deal with, and they think they can get away with it. And here's the thing that I love about what's going on right now. Most of these women I block are Gen Z, right? And I didn't really think about it at the time when I was blocking them until, people and we were breaking down the Gen Z stare. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's mostly these Gen Z chicks. And I'm like, okay. And now it's starting to make sense. That's why the things that they say are so rude, right? They don't even think that they're being rude. Those people don't know how to interact with people, and the females don't know how to interact with the males they like. They think it's okay to try to correct who they like as long as they think they can get away with it, right? This is why these females, like when they're in relationships with these guys, they're talking to their friends and telling their friends all their business, even asking questions online to their content, to their following, you know what I'm saying, through their content, and their man might not even know, right? So this is what they do. They're so used to casting judgment on the men they date, the men they thinking about dating, and this is the generation of the observer spirit. They love to just watch from a safe space the people that they like. They love to just watch from this comfort of whatever. And so these women that I've noticed that keep coming up with these stupid behind videos, and what happens, right? Gen Z doesn't have the guts enough to reach out and talk to anybody or to introduce themselves. So what they do is these females just sit back and watch the men they like, and they know the men they like won't tolerate their attitude. So instead, it makes them feel better to run to their channels and just run their mouth from their jaded Gen Z broken NPC Gen Z stare perspective, that they know that if they were to ever say directly to me, I would cook them. I would tell them about themselves. They would never forget it, and they would have social anxiety on a level that they never recover from. They know it to be true. So it's safer for them to watch them. And this is the reason why these women are just undateable. They find it safer to just watch the men that they find attractive and judge them from a safe distance. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Just judging them from a safe distance, wherever they feel, whatever do they feel like they would want to date or whatever. And this is weird, but now that we know that Gen Z doesn't know how to socially interact with people, and a lot of times if someone does speak to them in public, they run back to their social media and talk about someone tried to interact with me in real life, and I just weirdo stuff. So again, I mean, I'm intuitive. I'm an engineer, so I can just put together patterns, and I'm gonna go off my intuition. When I keep hearing these women, what they do is they vaguely describe my story, and then they're putting their little 2 cents in it. But I can piece it together. I can piece it together, so I know what they're talking about. And the thing about women, they're not like dudes. If you ever notice, dudes will correct each other and correct themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like real humbly, like they do it. Women won't do that. So when you hear a woman who has some spiritual video or any motivational video, and she's talking about something or someone in a negative light, Even if she's claiming that she's talking about herself, that's not true. Women won't do that. Women will not, especially Gen Z. They're narcissistic. They're not going to ever throw shade at themselves. They're talking about somebody else. And these people, I'm telling you, bro, they think that they're smart, but they just never been checked. We all know that they can't read. So it's arrogance that makes them very dangerous. They've given the world no proof of this intelligence they claim that they have. It's just them talking, right? So this is what irritates me about the Gen Z female. That Jezebel, she's always talking. She always has a perspective on something, and she's only been around for a couple of days. So it irks me. It literally triggers me on a deep level when I hear them speaking, as if they're the goddesses of all knowledge, and even women older than them don't speak like they do. So it triggers me. I'm 40. I can't even listen to it. Right? All this talking like they're men, talking from this position of authority. They the authoritative way that they approach things is in a very GMO masculine way. It's not through femininity. It's very irking. It don't seem like it's from God, but they'll be talking all of these messages from God. No. They're literally imitating the males that they're studying, and they don't know how to be feminine, so they come across like a man. Trust me, I'm a man. I'm telling you, y'all come across like a man, right? And I don't like hearing men. I don't want no man telling me nothing, bro. Like that's how we end up getting into scuffles. Some dude thinking that he can just project whatever he. No. So we can't scuffle with women, but that don't mean I want to hear you trying to talk in some authoritative way, and you're not an authority over anything or anyone, and never have been. You have a following online. Children are making followings online. That doesn't mean nothing. But you're such an egomaniac. You don't know how to relax. And you Gen Z people, the only way you know how to communicate is plugging into the matrix. You NPCs. That's why you don't know how to interact with real people. That's what millennials, Gen X, we're real people, man. We've been out here working jobs, dealt with all the crappy customer service jobs y'all are dealing with, and we took it on the chin, man. Did it, just working hard, knowing that it's the way to build up the soft skills needed and the Teflon type skin that you're going to need to conduct life. Y'all are so sensitive, nobody can say nothing to you. When someone says something to you, you start making a bunch of goofy videos trying to explain yourselves. No one's asking you to explain yourself. We've already made our minds up about you, but it makes you feel better, right? Get on there and retaliate. As long as it's online, though, right? As long as you have time to make a pre-recorded video, right? Not live streaming. You don't live stream. You can't. You have to be able to react within seconds. You guys have a delayed response time, like some old tech, right? You need to process for a second. You're used to really taking whatever it is, copy and pasting in a chat GBT and telling it something like, give me a good witty rebuttal to this. Give me a response that makes sense and dumb it down so that I can read it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. And whenever someone in real life, that's why you older, because I'm seeing, this is what I like to see. I'm seeing older Gen Z, they're trying to differentiate themselves from the younger ones. Good job. Y'all are the smart ones. Good move. That's chess. They're doing it real quick. Hey, they're doing stuff like, yeah, I'm an older Gen Z. I'm like, y'all okay. Hey, we'll let it slide. Y'all older ones are y'all okay. We'll let it slide or whatever. But I like seeing y'all getting checked because you haven't been checked. You're running around here with these weird ass personality flaws, and you're disguising it as you're smarter than everyone else, and you're just so hip for school and too cool for this and that. No, you're not. You don't work regular jobs. You don't know how to read. You're failing classes. You don't know how to read. I mean, ain't that enough? I'm not trying. No, I am. Right. So let's bring it back full circle. The Gen Z female is the absolute worst out of all the younger Gen Z female is the absolute worst out of all females. She literally takes on the plight of the older generations, but she has to bedazzle it. She has to, take it a step further. And the reason she does it is because there's no emotion attached to the plight she's taken on, because she wasn't around for those generations to live through the good relationships and the bad, through the R&B and the hip hop we had, the way we was dressing, we could go out, have a good time, no one get hurt. She didn't live through that. She's just going through the highlights of what media is showing her. And we all know that's propaganda. So this idiot's way out there. This idiot's way out there, bro. No one can say nothing to her. No one can do nothing to her, right? She got all of the trending topics and buzzwords and what the different words they use in the psychology fields. All this stuff to be able to skew it together, to be able to explain her way out of everything, and then also try to tell you she's God and you people are idiots for working regular jobs and she knows the answer. All this weird stuff. Meanwhile, she has no man, multiple baby daddies and multiple kids, right? 2 babies and 3 baby daddies. Figure that out, right? So what I'm saying to you is, when I see these females pop up in my feed, these all-knowing, dead-eyed, Gen Z staring females, I block you. I block you. I don't like your energy. You're not moving like women. You weren't trained right. I don't need you orbiting me like that. I don't need you pulling on my energy. Oh, no one's watching you. That's what you said before. But I'm saying, I want y'all to pay attention to some of your favorite spiritual chicks. If they're not upset that I'm blocking them, listen to the videos they're dropping lately. They're kind of cryptic, but they're crying about someone blocking them. I need you to pay attention to some of these spiritual chicks and prophetic word chicks and dating coaches. I need you to understand that when a woman has a little fetish for you, or she's crushing on you, and she don't know how to speak to you, these females will run to their channel and they will say crap that they wish they could say to you. And when you check them on it, meaning block them, I can't do nothing else. I can't jump into their DMs and be like, you're talking about me. I know you are, and you know you are. But you're such a coward. You're playing the game. So if I block you and then you're making some weird video insinuating that someone doesn't want your assistance and all you wanted to do was help, and the person didn't really give you it. Well, who are you talking about? I'm the only one blocking everybody out here right now. I didn't want your raggedy ass assistance. I never asked for it. Just watch the content and learn like you're doing, instead of you feeling like you need to teach me something too. I get tired of listening to y'all. You say dumb stuff without thinking about it, just regurgitating things. You'll tell a grown man that he's people pleasing. We've had this discussion about people pleasing. It shows that you don't put no thought in anything. That's why y'all keep talking like, I don't work customer service to be nice to you and give you subtleties or niceties. I'm sorry. You are working there to do that. You are. You people are rude. You talk too much. If you would just hold back some of the things you want to say, instead of thinking that whatever you're saying is profound, I'm saying, something brand new, right? You're not reinventing the wheel. You're not saying something that other generations of women haven't said before you, but you just got to get it off your chest. You got to grandstand. You got to get on your soapbox. We're tired of it. We're tired of it, literally. And y'all are going to be the worst generation of women, because some of these 40-something and up, 35s and up, will be able to get a man. Y'all are so far gone, it's just over for you. It's just over for you. And I want to say I feel sorry for you, but you just keep talking like you know everything. You'll be talking about, like I said, for example, me, using me as your muse, talking about a grown 40-year-old man that's a 2-time Army war veteran that's taking care of his son by himself, and you're still finding different ways to throw shade my way or come up with a way to feel like, you're teaching me something. These are the same idiots that consistently bring up the old version of you, or what they perceive to be the old version of you. Oh, you used to people please, and that is your projection. You don't understand what people pleasing is, and you don't understand what trying to provide service to people properly is. You don't know. And you're just saying stuff because some other idiot said it, and it fits your narrative. You don't understand what you're doing. You're setting yourselves up for, a whole bunch of lonely nights. Might as well buy some cat food, right? And then you can act like, oh, that's what we want to do. No, it's not. No, it's not. What you want to do is you see a man that you admire and you want to come across like you're on his level, but you come across arrogant because nobody asked you any of the stuff that you're talking about. As a woman, we're not expecting for you to be this God figure that y'all are looking for. We just want you to be nice and be a little bit in shape. That's it. You're making it more complicated than it needs to be. You're projecting onto us all this crap you're requiring. And that's just not the case. So a lot of you females is doing too much in an attempt to just come across like you know something, But instead, if you just shut the hell up, like why would I want some younger chick who thinks she knows everything or knows everything, when obviously she should be looking for someone that's going to teach and guide her. You'll have to. You're not listening to nobody, so I'm not expecting for you to do it now. But you can lust over guys like me, and trust and believe, I'll be on TikTok every day to make sure you're drooling over my physique that I work hard for. And while you sit there and think that you know what's best and God speaks through you and you want to give me advice, he ain't talking to you. He come directly to me. I don't know who's talking to you and telling you need to tell me something, but it's not the most high God. You need to go back and check for the name. I'm telling you straight up right now. I get direct messages from the most high. I don't need you to tell me what you think God told you to tell me. What are you talking about? Right? So again, when you get blocked, don't take it personal. Okay? It's just the consequences and repercussions of your actions. That's all that it is. You thought you got away with it because some of y'all been doing it for a couple years. No, I told you I was busy. I don't know why you think I'm busy. All the note, man, I have binders full of notes. Fool, date it. Like I'm gonna get back to it. Calm down. Binders full of notes. I've left them on a desk a couple times while I'm working out TikTok. I'm always filling some binder full of notes. I'm gonna get back to it, and your ass is grass. You people play around too much, and in your hopes and dreams of somebody staying in whatever healing stage that God has them in, which is really just a hermit mode. I was completely aware what y'all were doing. I just had better things to do. I was going through my transformation. I'm working with God. It's very spiritual, man. This is, this is shit like you feeling this stuff and you just be crying for no reason type stuff, man. It's like it's real deep and spiritual. So I don't have time for all the crap you trying to throw my way. Now once that healing is done, and God's like, all right, go handle your business. I'm out here. I'm out here. Time to get caught up, right? Playing around in people's energy. Time to get caught up. And that's what I do. Okay, so some of y'all are like, I ain't even said nothing crazy about him lately. I'm kind of talking him up about his transformation. What were you saying a few months ago though? What was you saying last year? Huh? What were you saying in 2023 when you was watching me? What were you saying then? No, 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 no. There are gonna be consequences. And the only consequence really is me blocking you. And what did I say about people I block? I think that you're a piece of crap. I think that your content is trash. I think that you need to go find something else to do. I think that you're the kind of woman I would never touch with a 10-foot pole. I think you're the kind of woman that I would avoid as much as possible. I think you're the kind of woman that I would never let in my circle. You don't qualify. Yeah, let that sting, let it hurt, because that's what's needed for growth. You don't sit here and spy on a man you find attractive and then project onto him what you think he needs to do. Who raised you? Mm-hmm. Who raised you? What kind of man would that be for him to need your whack ass single mother advice? Huh? How could he lead you if he's more messed up than you are? Listening to you for advice. What kind of sense would that make? Now you're both lost. Because you already lost as hell. You ain't got no guidance, no protection, no covering. So he's supposed to listen to your dumbass advice? You think that's your place in a man's life? I'm a spiritual leader, says who? He needs his divine feminine energy. It brings peace, says who? It sounds like a lot of playing God to me. You will be whatever I need for you to be in my life. I can't believe he said that. Why wouldn't you? Didn't I say in my life? I'm the main character in this bitch. You think you are in my life? Y'all need to go sit down somewhere, man. For real, for real. Y'all really need to go sit down. Take all the seats. You want to control men. You want to, I'm watching y'all online because we keep telling y'all, go find a more submissive man. You don't want them. You keep talking about, no, I want a leader. You want to buck break me? You know doggone well. The only reason why you get away with what you get away with is because you have the power of men behind you through the force of law. So you get away with a lot of stuff and you feel like you're tough through that. If you didn't have men, lots of them behind you that could put us in prison, you wouldn't be running around the way that you are. You wouldn't. So we just don't want nothing to do with you. There could be no real consequences to your mouths. And when we have to walk away from you, you take it as a power move. Oh, you better. And if I don't, the boy's gonna come on out here, man. What you talking about? Like, you ain't gonna do nothing, but you feeling strength through the power of the blue boys. Nah, man, we ain't doing that with y'all, man. Y'all use the system to your benefit, and you act like you have power through it. I'm tired of it. And then when the system decides to take things from you, you crying about how the system's against you. Tired of it, man. Just tired of it. Want it both ways. Want it both ways. Man. Forgot how that saying goes, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Offended by everything. Ashamed by nothing and offended by everything. Something like that. Right? So again, how could you throw shade towards someone and then act like I'm just talking crazy, then get blocked and then make a whole video whining about how you just wanted to just, you know, tell someone something and try to help them out and they're taking it the wrong. Come on, man. Nobody asked you for nothing. Don't force yourself on nobody. Gen Z, you ain't gotta watch people content. Bro, sis, you ain't gotta watch people content. If you feel like they need more guidance from God, let them find it. Who are you? You've been on the planet for a few days. Who are you to tell them what? See, you have no coof about you. Like, I can't be around no woman with no coof about her. I can't deal with that. You liable to say anything. You liable to fart around me, man. One of you Gen Z females might fart, but it's over after that. You open your ass up around me, I'm telling you, it is over. It is over. Ain't nothing cute about that. But y'all might do that shit. You think you that cute? You think you some kind of god? Just stinking ass and your dirty feet. And we need to know what it smelled like underneath the wig. We want to know what the underneath smells like. Get up out of here with that crap, y'all. Come on, man. Stop playing around. Get over here with some filters and act like, man, we just gods now. We don't never stink. We don't never get funky. We ain't got never shower. We're tired of it. Seriously. I don't know what you're talking about, but I hope you hit that like button. Whatever I'm doing over here and saying really is my business. So for you to get offended by it, you know the kind of trash you are. Hold on, let me get the comments up here. You want to be seen and heard. Maybe you feel like you have power if you knock me off my subject. You know how Gen Z are. They're idiots. They think that they know psychology and you really don't know nothing. You don't even know how to read. Right? But whatever makes y'all feel better. Just hit that like button. Make sure I get these up on here. Yeah, coming over here with avatars with kids on them. All that weird stuff y'all are doing, bro. Like, it has to be approved by me before it's put on the screen. Okay? So, like, just chill out. The work y'all do trying to troll people, you're super low IQ. It's going to be great watching you people as you try to figure out life and figure out how to read. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something special. That's why they're in such a hurry to become content creators, y'all. They don't want to work regular jobs, bro. It terrifies them. It terrifies them to have to be around people. They say it all the time. These content creators, I get anxiety from being around people. I just how to. They be hijacking stuff that we have going on. Like, we'll go on our spiritual journey and become unbothered, and then they'll start touting this whole um, nonchalant thing. And that nonchalant thing is completely different from being unbothered. Nonchalant is just y'all's Gen Z dead eye stare type stuff. Two different things. But again, you guys, these trash females, these trash Gen Z females, they talk too much. I literally I can't stand the way y'all talk. You just talk too much. You think that you're witches. You think you have all this spiritual power when really you just have a stanking coochie. right? That's really all that you have. That's the only indicator that you know you're a witch, is because your box smells the way that God said that he would punish a woman in the Bible. So you know you're a witch because of that. But other than that, man, you ain't got nothing else. You want no power or nothing. But y'all just be doing this weird stuff, right? And you'll see someone attractive, and I've never known women of any other generation do this. To see men they find attractive, normally they just kind of ignore you or act like they're ignoring you or whatever. Y'all have to tell that guy about himself. Y'all have to look for a flaw and then run your mouth about whatever minute flaw you think you've noticed that you also have. You're weird as hell. You don't look at your own dirty ass crusty faces, right? You don't hear your own babies hollering in the background. What do you think you're proving by trying to make it seem that you've noticed something that no one else has? You're just low IQ. Do you understand what I'm trying to get across to you? You're wasting your life to prove something that doesn't even matter and that you can't even prove, right? Y'all think you're witches. You think you're able to remote view. You think you're able to. What can you prove with that? Who can you go and tell that you remote viewed on somebody? That would be sane enough to listen. You're wasting your time doing stupid shit just to make yourself feel better about the loser that you are. I ain't got nothing for you. But keep wasting your time, sending energy my way. And it's funny watching you cry about getting blocked after all that shade you was throwing. And I think sometimes I don't think you're throwing shade. I think sometimes you think that you're dropping knowledge when y'all say stupid stuff like, it's so good you stop people pleasing and just keep referencing the old version of someone. And you even know through other videos that you've posted and seen that referencing someone's past and not even an accurate version, what you perceive to be, them reminding you of your past is a hater. You know that. Someone that's consistently bringing up your past and you're so low IQ, you don't know you're doing it. If you're making videos where you're saying, maybe you used to be like this and maybe you used to be, why are you bringing up someone's past? I thought we were about evolution and speaking about where they're at now and the trajectory it looks like they have. No, you're bringing up their past because it makes you feel better to remember a version of them where they weren't as high as they are right now. Maybe they're going through the healing process. And doing this makes you feel better, but it doesn't make anything better. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't get you into a better place. Just low IQ shit. This is when I say like low IQ, like this is what I mean, right? You have the same time in a day as me and other people, but you're wasting it trying to study someone, look for imperfections because you put them on a pedestal, and then just run your mouth about it for some inside joke. You're the joke. You're the joke. Because everything that you've done, I was still able to see. I was still able to see it and block you. And that's the most embarrassing part about it, ain't it? You got caught. You were seen. You know I was seeing the shade that you was throwing the whole time. It's embarrassing, ain't it? It's embarrassing to know you were seen. You thought you disguised it, but you can't even read a book, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't even read Dr. Seuss or Cat in the Hat or any. You can't read a book, but you think you can fool someone by you know what I'm saying, encrypting whatever you're trying to. No, you're not. You're very basic. If anyone ever pays attention, a lot of people just don't, and I do. I like to know which idiots are orbiting me, and I just like to know stuff like that. And once I seen weird ass Gen Z chicks who think you know everything, and you think you're witches, I'm like, oh, okay. These chicks don't even know that they're not supposed to wipe their ass back to front. And here they are trying to throw sorcery and witchcraft, hoodoo and voodoo, right? Karma's just kicking your ass, and you don't even know it. Obsessing over a man you could never have. Now you're blocked because you know the man seen whatever you did. You can't read. You have no social skills. You have to live through your phone. So you're a slave to it. And you're a slave to whatever ads pop up and whatnot, right? Whatever programming and they're trying to do psychologically. Psyop. Just losers, basically, is what I'm saying to you. But yeah, the blocking will continue. Okay. Understand and know the blocking will continue because I love watching you react to it. I love it. You're truly caught off guard. And it's a beautiful thing to see in your eyes. Y'all are truly caught. You didn't know. You really thought I was naive, right? Got lost in the eyes, didn't you? Whose fault is that? You know what I mean? I'm on here talking about playing a fool to play a fool, and you're just, yeah, no. That's real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Because sometimes you just ain't got the time to be going to your haters like that. You just got to, let them think they're winning. Yeah. And then when they think they won, pounce. Your asses is grass. Okay? And I ain't done yet. I'm just getting started. Hey, anybody else have anything that you want to drop in the comments section? Anyone that thinks they're smart? Anyone that thinks they want to drop some shade? Anybody that thinks they can keep up with me? Go ahead now before I get off of here. Bring your punk asses up. Come on. Don't try to do it while I'm talking. Do it now. Come on. Y'all some punks, man. Y'all some straight up punks. Every last one of you. And don't come over here with no digital blackface. I'm telling you right now. Seeing this makes me believe it's some white woman. Some white woman or some white boy. FBA. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Ain't no FBA person going to be over here talking like that. No. FBA recognize FBA. That's digital blackface once again. Boy, you whites, y'all can't get enough of that, boy. Y'all disguise yourself as a black person. This makes you feel great. Hey, man, say it with your chest, right? We ain't fooling nobody. Why even do that? You might as well just make an avatar that says, I'm a white guy using digital blackface. I'm surprised you didn't drop the N-word. Maybe it's a white girl. I don't know. But it's definitely some white person. Anyway, you guys, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and share the live stream. I don't think I did too bad on the cussing. I think I did pretty good. And in the comment section, do you agree, disagree? Some of you females out there, I know your raggedy asses want to troll a little bit. Hey, I know you're going to make counter content on your channels, but can you at least have coochie enough to drop a comment in my section? Can you do that? Even from your fake profile, can you at least have coochie enough to do that? Or you got to run back to your channels and make some old goof stuff? I mean, let's see, right? Because I respect it if you jumped in the comment section a little bit because you're watching my videos. But you won't do that. You're too terrified. But you can't stop watching. Man, mental prison. Same stuff y'all talk about. Anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm going to take a shower. Got done doing insanity. My bad. And I got some things to do, man. A little bit more homework to do. And hang out with my son, but I will be back on here in a little bit to do some reaction videos. Check out my TikTok, man. Gonna go live over there a whole lot. I gotta stay up over there because that's the only place I can see my haters crying about being blocked. Chef's kiss. I love it, man. I love it. Just the look of hurt in their face. And it's like, all I wanted to do was just, provide a little help. And they don't understand. And they took it the wrong way. And shut up. I'm a grown man. I took it exactly like I'm supposed to. Okay? Do better. Keep your little thoughts to yourself. That's part of being a woman. Keep your little thoughts to yourself. Keep your little thoughts to yourself. You don't talk too much because you mess around and you turn a dude off from the talking you do. There's no coming back from it. There's no coming. You're not cute enough to come back from it. Right? You think you are because you've never been with a man on the level that you're pursuing or that you're looking at. And the one you're looking at definitely can walk away from you. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing that's not able to be walked away from. Don't ever fool yourself again. Okay? Crazy ass females. Anyway, I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.